Casey and the Sports Doctor here. It's New London High School. It's 90 degrees. The Major League Baseball trade deadline is tomorrow. So, of course, we're here talking football.
How about the passing league here at Casey at New London High, ECC, other schools along Eastern Connecticut and Rhode Island, Wesley here too. But, things are cooking out there on the field.
Yeah, it's hot. We've got schools from, as you said, all over. There's a lot of kids here. Some of the veterans and alumni coming back to help out. The passing league is where it's at right now for football in southeastern Connecticut. And, last year, in the year before, we did some game day challenges where I got to throw the football, you ran the patterns. And what I think we demonstrated is that a superior quarterback can make even the most pedestrian receiver look very good.
I got wheels, I got skills, and I got hands. But you know what, Casey? You could sling it, and some of these kids how you can bring it as well.
So do you think that the quarterback can make the receiver look good, or do you think the receiver can make the quarterback look good?
In a word, yes. Yes and yes. But, listen, the quarterback can deliver the ball on spot, on time. The receiver's got to get there. I think the quarterback is the most important piece to that puzzle on the offensive end for a team. Outside of the offensive line, but it comes down to the pretty guys, the skilled people, quarterback, wide receiver.
I agree with you, and I think we're going to tonight delve into a little bit more than the quarterbacks. We're going to look at the combinations, the marriages, if you will, the relationships that are going to have to exist over the course of the season, the quarterback-receiver relationship.
Yeah, the duo, the tandems we like to call them. We all know about them in the NFL, Montana and Rice, Marino and Duper and Clayton, Tom Brady, and everybody's had play wide receiver for him. So we know about the guys in the NFL, Casey, but how about some of the best wide receiver tandems, duos, and quarterbacks in the ECC?
And that's a good question. It got me thinking. So we want to know from all of you out there, who was or is the best quarterback-receiver tandem you have seen in Eastern Connecticut football? Now, I reached out to the expert, former player, former coach at 3 schools, current athletic director, administrator, Jim Bunicor, and I said, Coach, help me out. Who are the best? Now, we also talked with Cassie Fletcher, who was one of the best of those receivers. We talked with coaches, and I have my top 5 of the best combinations of the last 40 years. But I want to know, as do you, what the people think. Who are the best combinations that you've ever seen? As we interview these quarterbacks, I'll start dropping some of those tandems that I talked about.
We've seen some fantastic football players on game day in the last few years. Legend Max Ebden. You go back to J.J. Justice and the NFA a few years back. There's some kids that can really bring it. Owen George in London High School. You name it. These kids have arms.
Yeah, and Gio Lopez, one of the big wide receivers. Luke Letellier, who seemed like he caught 15 balls every time he went out there. Right now, over at NFA, I think Nolan Mulkintine's got a chance to be one of those star receivers. But we go back many, many years. The ECC, which has always been a running back conference, does have its share of fantastic tandems, including a tandem of 2 NFL football players. And we will get those to you shortly, but I think it's time for us to go grab some players.
Let's take a peek and let's see who the kids are this year playing quarterback and receiver in the ECC.